an adult show, and if you ain't one of them, it's probably time to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this weird corner of the internet. Except those who are easily offended. People who don't like bad form. People who take life too seriously.
You'll never make it out of here alive.
Anyways, letting rest.
Welcome.
Or not at all helpful host, Hickory, the dang and underwhelming.
TDAU live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Dunk and Underwhelming. That's right. It's TDAU Live episode 8B. Award-winning model is a beautiful art piece. That's right. We got a damn good one here about the state of Kentucky, Was it Kentucky? Yeah, Kentucky State Fair. Award-winning miniature set, we'll say. We'll get into details on that later, but we also got a bunch of breaking news today. Holy crap. Possibly a third attempt on Trump. That's a thing. Yeah, Charlie Hunnam's going to be playing Ed Gein, which I don't know about you, but I'm excited because I like that story. Yeah, we got some endorsements because it boggles my mind that people still give a crap about what celebrities think about politics because, yeah. And then, of course, some crazy shit going on in the Middle East as usual. How early am I? Oh, I'm before the 3-minute mark and I swore. But yeah, it's a thing. There's a lot going on over there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the Teamsters, the union members coming out saying, yeah, we don't really support the establishment on this one. Not endorsing the anti-establishment candidate, but certainly saying, nope, we don't stand with them. That and lots more to get into. A couple side stories. I met a person that was cool. Want to talk about Killington the movie a little bit. Should be having some people involved with that project on the show soon. And yeah, getting some guests lined up. So it's not just me sitting here talking to myself like it normally is, but we have some exciting news. Anyways, I'm sure you guys are sick of me hearing me ramble. So let's get into a show where you can be sick of hearing me ramble. Let's do it.
Yeah, back, baby.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits?
This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of a punk, and then all his friends left him, and now he's here alone. This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of punk, and now he's here doing the dang and underwhelming live show.
This is a weird show.
Dang and underwhelming live show. Dang and underwhelming live show. Dang, 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 dang and underwhelming live show.
That's right. Welcome back to the Dank and Underwhelming Live Show. It's TDAU Live, episode 8B. Award-winning model is a beautiful art piece. And I just got to check over here on, made sure I get live on Rumble. Oh yeah, I'm live on Rumble. Okay, I got that pulled up. And for some reason, my, want to go all out of focus like. Even though it's not supposed to. Yeah. Way to go, camera. Way to go. Is there any way to fix that? I don't know. Okay, that's in focus. That's in focus. Okay, there we go. Anyways, welcome back to the show. Thank you guys for being here. Beautiful assistants down there giving me a like, because, that's what friends and, best friends and wives are for, is to support their husbands' projects, even if they're not that great. That being said, we got great stuff on the horizon. Word back from people involved with Killington the movie that they might be on the program to discuss the film, which I'm really excited about. That'll be fun, and just in time for spooky season. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Halloween is right around the corner, which means some of these props are going to switch up. I haven't been doing that in a while. I also got to get to painting these, man. I ordered these a while ago. I got some Jason mask blanks because I wanted to do some really cool projects, some painting stuff we had with these, doing different movies or different themes. I really wanted to do Freddy vs. Jason one with like some slashes across it. And yeah, 2 was just the start. I planned on doing a whole bunch of these. I'd actually love to have a wall full of really cool painted Jason masks at some point. Might have to do a Chucky one. Just watched that recently. Child's Play. Getting back into it. This was a cool little thing. This needs a painting too. But yeah, it lights up. That was cool. I wish it would plug in. It had a little USB plug-in. That would be nice. But yeah, she needs a little paint job. She was a cool little accessory I got at TJ Maxx. I was probably gonna go like something like that. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm sure that battery will die in a heartbeat. But yeah, good week. Child's Play, great film. Need to say one now because I don't remember how they bring back Chucky. That was a thing that I totally forgot about, and I feel like I'm definitely lagging a little bit. That could very well be a thing. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, yeah, the internet thing just came up. Say, hey, you're on Wi-Fi. You shouldn't be. Like, yeah, I'm not because I don't have the Ethernet cable plugged in because I'm an idiot and it gets in the way. And it's mostly about the Roomba. I'm not gonna lie. That damn thing. Anyways, first story of the night. We got some ridiculousness to get into. I figured we start off with a lighthearted one. An interesting one that actually just popped up in my whatever Microsoft, the Edge feed thing. I don't know what that's called. Yeah, I'll turn it off. Sorry. That's might need to put a different LED in there, or just I could feed. Actually, that's probably not a bad idea. Is use the LED strip I have, kind of go up into it, and then it would just become like part of the set. And there should be. I might need to make a hole back there. Yeah, I thought there was one. Okay, you know what? I'm done messing with it. That was fun. We had enough time there. Yeah. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, that's fair. 809. Thank you for being here, Wiperkins. No. There you go. Get a little drape. No, that's not working. I need to organize the set. The set's become a crapshoot. Not gonna lie. We got a bunch of random crap here. Okay, that's better. At least Hulk's there. Jason masks. We got Rupond. Got Michelangelo. Or not Michelangelo. Michelangelo's kind of buried underneath. We got the Green Ranger Shredder going on in the background. But yeah, I got some skulls with a hat coming out. Drives me nuts. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's I mean it does fit the mood of the show. I'm not gonna lie. It's just kind of scattered all over the place. But that's why the show is not for people like you. It's for people like me. Yeah, first topic of the evening. This one from MSN. 10 feet tall people discovered by archaeologists in Nevada cave. That's from 2 months ago, I suppose. Mythology, folklore, and even the Bible tell us that giants once roamed the earth, and it turns out there's evidence to back this claim. Extraordinary human remains have been found in the U.S. state of Nevada, with some of the skeletons measuring up to 10 feet tall. That's insane. Alongside their jaw-dropping size, the bodies, some of which were said to be mummified, were found to have red hair. Ginger giants, my friends, ginger giants. You're going to be on the outlook. Sounds like Sam Squanch to me if I ever heard of one. This is field of theory passed down through the ages. The long-forgotten race of humans once dominated southwestern America. According to the Paui, tribe that settled the Nevada region thousands of years ago, cannibalistic red-haired giants. Oh man, it gets worse. They're cannibalistic and red-haired. It might be true that the ginger giants have no soul. Anyways, the cannibalistic red-haired giants called the Saitaka. Ooh. Sounds foreign. Came to the Americas from a distant island. Yes, the island of the ginger giant. Get out of the way, green giant. We got ginger giants coming in. Legend has it that the Singtaka crossed the ocean on rafts made of reeds, and they soon made a name for themselves as being taller, stronger, and crueler than ordinary men. I don't know about crueler, man. It's hard to find another species that's as cruel as humans are. Then in 1911, because it might have been a year a great handgun was produced as well. While digging for bat guano, a key ingredient fertilizer, in a cave near the city of Lovelock, Nevada, some miners, the kind that dig in caves with their pointy hats, not the underage people that Diddy got in trouble for, unearthed a number of strange objects. This prompted the launch of 2 official excavations in 1912 and then in 1924, during which thousands of artifacts were recovered. Among the staggering findings were mummies nicknamed the Lovelock Giants, which measured between 8 and 10 feet tall, according to Archaeology World. They also found 15-inch long sandals that showed signs of wear and a boulder etched with what appears to be a giant handprint, like they were doing hand turkeys back in the cave. The giants were. That's how we knew how sophisticated the giants were, is because they were already celebrating Thanksgiving thousands of years before we started it. Shortly after the second excavation in 1931, an article published in a local newspaper in the Nevada Review Minor claimed that 2 giant skeletons had been discovered in a dry lake bed close to Lovelock. The remains were measured 8.5 and 10 feet in height, respectively, and were mummified in a manner similar to that employed by the ancient Egyptians. While all this may sound far-fetched, the legend of these strange people crops up all over America. All over the Americas. Correction, plural. Sorry. For example, in the 16th century, a Spanish conquistador called Pedro Cieza de Leon. That was more French than Spanish, though, I suppose. Recorded an ancient Peruvian tale about the giant's origins. In his account, de Leon wrote the towering figures came by sea in rafts of reeds in the manner of large boats, and that some of the men were so tall that they could kneel down and they were as big as the length of an ordinary fair-sized man. Furthermore, high up in the Andes, between Peru and Bolivia, skeletons where the elongated skulls have been found. The remains are said to be around 3,000 years old and much larger than normal human ones. Intriguingly, some of them also found to have red hair. Bum, 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 ginger giants. According to Archaeology World, some scientists attribute this reddish color to the environment in which the bodies were buried. Yeah, it's a likely culprit. It's not their ginger status. However, others view it as proof of the existence of the Sitaka and their kin. If you're wondering how such a strong and monstrous race came to disappear, if indeed it ever existed at all, the Powhatan have the answer. Powhatan. That's what we're going with on the pronunciation of that one. According to the mythology, the Sitaka waged war on them and all neighboring tribes, wreaking terror and destruction. After years of fighting, the tribes united against this formidable foe. Eventually, the last remaining giants were chased away and sought shelter in Lovelock Cave. Seizing their chance, the tribes started a fire at the cave entrance, suffocating and burning alive the few Sitake that were left. Interesting, when the initial discoveries were made at the cave back in 1911, the evidence of extreme burning near its entrance was found, the History Channel reports. Interesting. Could be some truth in that one. Even if these 10-foot giants are just a figment of folklore and fertile imaginations, it's still fun when all the threads of the stories come together. Fascinating story, Indy 100 reposted by MSN. So, yeah. The ginger giants could be real, my friends. Craziness. Who would have guessed? We got a sad one. Because all the talk about cat and dog eating in the news lately. We got a story. This one's from over a year ago, actually. But people are like, no. People that just moved here wouldn't respect the norms of the area they moved into. Here's a story about how they didn't. Foul play, foreign nationals kill and eat beloved town swan. Quote, these inhumane degenerates need to face real consequences, unquote. The article from Joseph Simpson, June 5th of 2023, so over a year and 2 months ago. We have an article about foreign nationals. Yeah, I think that's code word for immigrants or illegal immigrants. I don't know, and I don't know exactly where the line is. Anyways, 3 teens accused of killing and eating a beloved swan in upstate New York village are refugees, the Washington Free Beacon has learned. Manila's police reported Faye the swan and her 4 cygnets, baby swans, missing from the town pond last Monday, which prompted horror from the Malinas, New York residents. Locals flooded Malinas police with tips the next day, which ended in the arrest of 18-year-old Iman Hussan, who would have guessed, Syracuse, New York, and 2 minors aged 16 and 17, who probably also have similar names. The posse are refugees from Myanmar and attended high school in the neighbor city. Manila's Police Sergeant Ken Hatter told the Free Beacon police say the 3 were able to steal Faye because she was nesting and did not fight back. Suspects devoured Faye with her family in Syracuse. Faye, which is the goose, to be clear. Swan. Sorry, not a goose, a swan. A non-native resident itself. Yeah, swans that come from Europe. That don't belong here, who are on the endangered list because they're actually invasive species. We need to keep a check on them. Which is why these birds were clipped and in a sanctuary, to be clear. They were in like a town protective area just for the swans. Faye's children were also abducted, but were later retrieved by authorities unharmed. A biologist who works in the village of Manilas will care for the cygnets for another 6 weeks. I just don't know how, if you were from the area, you wouldn't see the fences or the no fishing signage, Hatter told the Free Beacon. Well, I mean, they weren't fishing. They were killing a swan, which is totally just a big goose if you're hungry enough, I'm sure. This is the second high-profile incident in recent months related to the murder of a precious bird at the hands of foreign nationals. Yeah, but they would, people who don't live here that are living here totally wouldn't eat anything that we don't deem edible. Well, it's crazy, they're bigots. They're inciting terrorism. The Free Beacon reported on the 2 suspected illegal immigrants in Stanton County, Nebraska, who snuck it. Yeah, Stanton County. Is this Nebraska? Yeah, this was definitely New York, though. Snuck into the protected land. Oh, no, sorry. That was another story. So, yeah, the 2 suspected illegal immigrants in Stanton County, Nebraska, stuck into protected land, shot a bald eagle. Authorities told the Free Beacon the 2 suspects had intended to eat the once endangered animal, which is considered the United States national symbol, which should totally be a turkey, just to be clear. Because turkeys are dicks, but they fight to the death. And that should be the American symbol. Although, I mean, I guess it is fair that it's a bald eagle, so we have a bunch of, bald, big-chested people in this country. Found guilty, the 3 risk deportation. Unlikely. The Immigration and Nationality Act states that offenders can be forcibly removed from the United States if they commit aggravated felonies or crimes involving mortal turpitude, which may or not include the execution and ingestion of a cherished anatade. Anatade? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm a dank magician. I have no idea. This is not ending. We will continue to have swans, Malinas Mayor. I said it too many times now. I can't say it right. Malinas Mayor Paul Worrell said at Wednesday press conference last week, "We'll let the 4 cygnets grow up, and at that point, we're hoping 2 of those cygnets will mate, and we'll be back to the way it used to be." Yeah, nothing like some good old incest to keep the tradition alive. Or am I right, or am I right? Giggity. Manilas has cared for swans since 1905, and it's one of the only towns in the state of New York that has a permit to house, maintain, own, or transport the birds. Worrell said the town will install cameras at the pond to ensure. Yeah, because the camera, like when you watch the video the next day of them doing it, that's totally different than if they did it and you had to go figure out who they were. As the writing, over 5,630 people have signed a petition to have authorities bring about the highest charges possible to the 3 perps. This was a heinous act by kids who don't have or never have had discipline, one Theory wrote. Something that has got to be done or this will continue to play out in our society. These inhumane degenerates need to face for consequences, said another. Which is both true and untrue. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure they just got probation. And that was it on the update. Oh, crazy, crazy times we live in, my friends. That's for sure. What was I gonna bring up next? Okay, that one was fun. No, we'll save that one for last. That one's a good one. Oh, it's a quick one. I'm excited. I don't know if you guys are. Netflix being told to stop quote unquote romanticizing serial killers after Charlie Hunnam cast as notorious murderer. That's right, Charlie Hunnam Jax from Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy star Charlie Hunnam has been cast as the notorious serial killer Ed Gein in the season 3 of the Netflix show Monster by Ryan Murphy. Not everyone's happy about the choice, but I am. So who cares what these other people think? You know, they're complaining about romanticizing serial killers. Stop hiring guys that look so good. That's really what we want, is you guys to just stop stop putting good looking guys as the oh man, we got all sorts of stories going over there. I suppose we should get into one of them. Yeah, I suppose this one. How drunk is this dude?
How the drunk is this? How the drunk is this news? How the drunk is this? Find out soon.
That's right. How the drunk is this news? We got this one. Shocking, at least. Teamsters members heavily favor Trump over Harris ahead of union endorsement decision. That was one we didn't see coming. What in the attempted? Oh yeah, we'll get into that one in a minute, my friend. Teamsters members heavily favor Trump over Harris ahead of union endorsement decision. Union hasn't announced whether to endorse either candidate later in the day, but General President Sean O'Brien said earlier this week the polling of its members would be a key consideration. Former President Donald Trump leads Vice President Kamala Harris nearly 2-1 among Teamsters members, according to survey data the union released Wednesday, as it considers an endorsement in the presidential race. Close to 60% of members who participated in an electronic poll said they supported Trump, compared to 34% who backed Harris. A separate survey conducted via phone similarly had Trump up big, 58% to 31%. Earlier this year, General President Sean O'Brien said earlier this week the polling of its members would be a key consideration. Our members are the union. Their voices and opinions must be at the forefront of everything the Teamsters do, O'Brien said in a release. Final decision around a possible presidential endorsement will not be made lightly, but you can be sure it will be driven directly by our diverse membership. Of course, adding diverse in there. Shortly, therefore, the Teamsters announced it would not endorse either candidate. Shocking. We're gonna endorse somebody based on how our team feels. Oh wait, our team feels like we should endorse Trump. We're not endorsing anybody. That's basically that's an endorsement of Trump. It's like if the unions are not endorsing the Democrat establishment candidate, they're endorsing the opposition. The union did not immediately include other details about the polling, including how many members participated, but it is a stark shift from an earlier straw poll showing that Biden ahead of Trump. Among Teamsters, 46% to 37%, with then Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at 5%. Harris's vastly worse performance among membership also raises questions about whether other blue-collar unions harbor similar reservations about her within the ranks, despite their organization's endorsement of her. Sean said, barrel of the boom boom thwarted today. Don't page me, bro. Oh yeah, we're going to get into both of those. Don't you worry, my friend. We're going to finish off with a fun, light-hearted one, though. So there's that to look forward to. Ryan has faced pushback from some Democrats and others in organized labor over how Teamsters had handled the endorsement process, including inviting Trump as well as other GOP independent candidates to roundtables held at the union's headquarters in D.C. Oh my goodness. Like, they were so upset they invited people who might, like, think they have good ideas and are going to be in government. That's crazy. How dare you invite other people other than the Democrats who are not depending on you to win the election? He's repeatedly defended his approach by saying it's more important to incorporate the rank and file rather than imposing a decision from the top. Wow, shocking. Like, why wouldn't you reach out to the rest of the group instead of just love at first sight? Here we go. Yeah, this was I saw this one on Twitter, and oh man, I shared the wrong one. Watch me go. I was instantly like, yeah, no, that's good. We need to see that on the show. That's for sure. This chick just warmed my heart. Yeah, she's at midfield right now, chugging a beer. Yeah. Walkie-talkies make hamburgers. Yes, apparently. Apparently the rumor is also, Sean, that pagers perform surgery. The kind that transition you from man to woman real fast. So I've heard. I don't know. Yeah, just chugs that beer. Throws it right back into the crowd. Just oh man. It's a winner right here. Yeah. Game MVP. That's right. Beautiful, beautiful. That's what all sports should look like as far as I'm concerned. Not gonna lie. I'd watch sports if they looked like this, but unfortunately, no. Not every women's sport looks like lingerie football or women's volleyball. A lot of them look like women's basketball. And don't get me wrong, big changes in women's basketball in the past year, but it's still, first off, it's still basketball. That's barely watchable to begin with. Secondly, it's like watching a high school team, but there's like one or two good players. You know what I mean? Like, let's give it another, like, let's just take off the drug testing and we would have a much better sports situation where people made more money, I think. Okay, anyways, back to what Sean was talking about. Don't page me, bro. Yeah, Hezbollah vows to punish Israel. After pager explosions across Europe, Hezbollah calls its biggest security breach in its war with Israel. Hezbollah fighters are among those killed, the group says. Pagers used to try to avoid Israeli tracking. No comment from Israeli military or government. Air France canceled flights to Beirut and Tel Aviv. And probably one of the most sophisticated attacks. Technical, long-term, premeditated attacks we've seen in war in quite a while. Sean's got a point. He said, number one way to end a product design, them to go pop a baby. Yeah, it's one of the most sophisticated attacks we've seen in quite a while. That played out over a long time, was premeditated, and just the burn time on this must have been a while. But essentially, from what I've gathered from all the shit I've read, is that the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, or whatever we like to call them, the military of Israel, intercepted a bunch of pagers that were supposed to go Hezbollah, i.e., Palestine, i.e., the terrorist group, i.e., the government of Iran, whatever you want to call them. A bunch of people in Lebanon, probably some in, I don't know, I would assume some in what they call Palestine. I don't know. I'm Team Bacon, personally. Don't ask me. I I don't shoot commie guns, and I keep my my Freedom pellet dispensers greased up with bacon grease. So that's my blood type, actually. I don't know. Is I'm hickory smoked and blood type's bacon grease. I'm gonna be delicious in the grave. Just to be clear. But yeah, apparently they intercepted a bunch of pagers that were supposed to go to Hezbollah and implanted little tiny explosives in them. That was yesterday's breaking news story. So let's see. This was from yesterday. They say militant group Hezbollah promised to retaliate against Israel, accusing of detonating pagers across Lebanon on Tuesday, killing 9 people and wounding nearly 3,000 others, who include fighters and Iran's envoy to Beirut. Lebanese Information Minister Zayed Makeh condemned the late afternoon detonation of the pagers, handheld devices that Hezbollah and other in Lebanon used to send messages, as an Israeli aggression. Hezbollah said Israel would receive its fair punishment for the blasts. The Israeli military, which has been engaged in cross-border fighting with the Iran-backed Hezbollah since the start of the Gaza war in October, declined to respond to the questions about the detonations. I don't blame him. The death toll rose from 8 to 9 on Tuesday night, while the number of injured remained at 2,750. Holy shit. Hezbollah confirmed at an earlier statement that the deaths included at least 2 of its fighters and a young girl. Yeah, I guess there's that. Oh god, one of them was playing sound all of a sudden. Oh yeah, it's playing. I don't know why. John said, "Do you see the Odyssey CEO get a visit at his home from the FBI?" I put a post on X. No, I didn't. That doesn't surprise me though. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me they're going after Odyssey, a site which I admittedly have not used. I am not the best proponent of alt tech, although we are live on Rumble once again. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There is we are live over on Rumble, and content will be going back up there again, and we'll be looking out into reaching out and using their infrastructure even more. Because apparently they're doing some things that could be a lot better and less expensive on my end than the service I use now. Nudge, nudge, StreamYard. But yeah, we're back on Rumble. Because back in the day, you needed a paid membership to live stream there, and now you don't. And so yeah, we're back there. We're live on Rumble currently. We will not be doing a Rumble after show for a little while. There might be special editions. I do have some guests coming on in the near future where it might be worth doing that. So we'll see. Palestinian militant group Hamas, which is waging war with Israel and Gaza, said the pager blasts were an escalation that will only lead to Israel to failure and defeat. Because, yeah, of course, like Sean said, he shamed them right back into their car. Oh, I think that came up in my feed, but like I didn't actually watch the whole I didn't watch it. I've been busy, man. I'm sorry. There's been a lot going on. I'll share an update video or photo here in a minute on what we've been busy on, i.e. the transition. So that happened. Okay, I gotta delete that because it was bad. I'm sorry. Whatever kept playing there. Yeah. We got more. The follow-up to that story was new era of war beginning. This is from CNN. Israel says some more Hezbollah devices explode across Lebanon. Yeah, this was 2 hours ago. Another wave of them. As dozens of walkie-talkies explode across Lebanon on Wednesday, A day after blasts targeting the pager, Hezbollah members injured thousands. Israel said a new era of war is beginning, tactically acknowledging its role in a shock operation that's pushed the region back to the brink of a wider conflict. Almost exactly 24 hours after pager explosions killed at least 12 people and injured 2,800, Lebanon was rocked by a second wave of blasts. At least 20 people were killed and more than 450 injured on Wednesday's explosions. Lebanon's health ministry said as walkie-talkies detonated in Beirut in the south of the country. So take this reporting with a grain of salt because, it's being reported by Hezbollah, who is Hezbollah. We are at the beginning of a new era in the war, and we need to adapt ourselves, Gallant said. He praised the excellent achievements of the Israel Defense Force, together with the country's security agency, the Shin Bet, and its intelligence agency, Mossad. CNN has previously reported that Tuesday's operation was a joint effort between the IDF and Mossad, but Gallant's comment is the first time an Israeli official has apparently acknowledged Israel's role in the twin attacks. Pager explosions came hours after Israel on Monday voted to add another war objective to its conflict with Hamas and Hezbollah, ensuring the safe return of residents from communities along its border with Lebanon to its homes. Wow, a country that's actually voting on war. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, we haven't done that in a long fucking time here. After nearly a year, the tit-for-tat exchange between Hezbollah and Israel, tens of thousands of people have been displaced from their homes in southern Lebanon and northern Israel. While the return of residents from northern Israel has been long understood to be a political necessity for Israeli government, this is the first time it's been made an official war goal. On Wednesday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reiterated his pledge to bring back the residents of the north safely to their homes. A source familiar with the matter told CNN that the IDF is moving the elite 98th Division from Gaza to northern Israel. Center of gravity is moving north, Gallant said. The meaning is that we are diverting forces, resources, energy towards the north. Yeah, I guess they're reclaiming some land. We go, Bear nudges girl at bus stop and nudges her to follow. Oh, that's kind of cute. Like, I want to watch it, but it's also like one of those clickbait thingies. It makes me want to watch it. Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, just crazy shit going on over there. We got that one. We got that one. Oh yeah, she was. That was the beer drinking, and we liked it. We covered the Teamsters. Everyone is thinking this movie is so John Wick when they should be equating Neo. Yep, that's actually a very, very good point, my friend. Everyone thinks they're on John Wick. Really, they should just wake up from Matrix that totally doesn't exist. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just want to be clear. I'm just a dank magician having fun. Speaking of fun, it's gonna take me a minute to get the next one lined up because I have it pulled up. Here's a taste of the walkout music. I'll be right back.
There once was a magician named Hickory who wasn't too funny with a belly of tea. Nerves went up, the beers went down. Oh, boys too drunk for the show. The drunk and underwhelming scum to trick you with cards and steal your rum. One day when your show is done, you'll have to pay him to leave and go. Not 10 minutes for his next pour. The keg went dry, he went to the store. Didn't have the ale he had gotten before, so from craft to crap we go. Drunk and underwhelming scum to trick you with cards and steal.
Sorry about that. We're back. Just a few days after the last Trump assassination attempt, which we'll get into in a minute, today's suspicious occurrence, quote unquote, the news wants to call it, near Donald Trump rally, New York rally, what we know. Nassau, or however they pronounce it up there in northern New York. Let's say any electronic device could potentially be dangerous. It's no longer hypothetical. Yeah, and you'd be considered a conspiracy theorist for saying that 5 days ago, my friend. You said that pagers, walkie-talkies, and cell phones were capable of being remotely detonated. You would have been called a conspiracy theorist, and now we have proof that that's a thing. given they were intercepted and implanted, it wouldn't surprise me if something like that was very easily to sneak by. I mean, they're already importing lithium ion batteries, right? So, like, the ability to put other things inside of an electronic device that don't necessarily belong there that would make an explosion work or worse than it would be is scarily possible. I mean, this was like a whole thing when we had the first the anthrax scares, right? Is that we all kind of realized like, oh shit, anybody could do this. This is not like it's not a hard thing to mail a packet of white powder which could or could not be nefarious. And here we go. Does Elon need to come out and reassure us that we're going to be I mean, he did that for T Swizzy the other day, right? He reassured her. Said, hey, if you can't find somebody, I will have your baby and defend your cats with my life. Which is one of the most romantic things somebody can say, I do believe. Nassau County Police responding to quote-unquote suspicious occurrence near a location of former President Donald Trump's Wednesday night rally in Long Island. That's tonight. Noting that no explosives were located, the department confirmed Newsweek. We did not respond to a suspicious occurrence in the vicinity of the Nassau Coliseum. However, there is no validity of an explosive device being found. A public information officer told Newsweek after a report about an explosive device at the rally site circulated online. I mean, even though we've had a bunch of reports that came out about cats not going missing, and then there's been reports of cats going missing, and police reports coming out, and videos of things that I don't want to speak about because it makes me upset inside. Because I have wicked animal sympathy, except for pigs and cows and chickens because they're delicious, and cows are really smart, and pigs are kind of smart, but they're also bacon, so they're delicious. And I'm a hickory, and I feel kind of like cannibal whenever I eat bacon, especially if it's hickory smoked, but it's also my blood type. So, I depend on it. We did not respond to a suspicious occurrence. We did respond to a suspicious occurrence in the vicinity of the Nassau Coliseum. However, there's no validity of an explosive device being found. A public information officer told Newsweek after a report about an explosive device at the rally circulated online. Billionaire tech giant Elon Musk, who has endorsed Trump, who had the balls to come out and endorse Trump, reposted an unverified account about explosives at the site on social media platform X, formerly Twitter. Caption, wow. The original post is now unavailable. We're unsure whether this information originated, but we can confirm that no explosives were discovered. The officer told Newsweek. New York State Police posted on X hours later that the reports of explosives are unfounded and confirmed that state police are working with Nassau County Police and the U.S. Secret Service for the rally. Trump, the Republican presidential nominee and frontrunner, just to be clear that they don't add, not just Republican frontrunner, general frontrunner. Thank God for Biden's wisdom and direction. I mean, and direction. Chris Cuomo is asking for Trump's forgiveness, but I believe Satan is outside ringing the doorbell. Dude, Cuomo is getting a hard time, man. He went on PBD, Patrick Bet David's podcast, and that was probably the hardest time Patrick Bet David ever got given, was hiring a scumbag like Chris Cuomo. And it literally just brought down the credibility of his entire show. Was from anybody on the outside looking in, but I suppose maybe it helped for normies who think Chris Cuomo was like a decent person, even though he's a lying scumbag and his brother's a murderer. I don't know. Security surrounding campaign events and lead up to the 2024 presidential election was ramped up. A spokesperson for the U.S. Secret Service told Newsweek in a phone interview Wednesday morning the alleged incident has no nexus to the rally, and the agency has no reports of any incidents related to the rally. We coordinate with local, state, and other federal entities for these type of visits, the spokesperson said. So, 8 hours ago, that was just before. Let me look and see if I were to look at explosives, Trump rally. Long Island unfounded. False reports of explosives in the car. Spread online. Person was. Oh, that's a solid one. That's a winner right there. We got person with self-trained bomb detecting dog accused of falsely reporting a threat at Trump rally. It's just a picture. I'm sure none of these people are actually the people, but Long Island. Reports of explosives ahead of former President Donald Trump's rally on Long Island are unfounded, according to local authorities. So yeah, I guess it wasn't true, but it sounded like it was. But yeah, that's the thing we're going to experience now that we've gone. Crazy Looney Tunes have gone 2-0, 2 attempts, and no takedown. This was event number 2. Trump assassination attempt. Here's how the suspect did and didn't get caught. Man accused of planning to assassinate former President Donald Trump traveled about 41 miles before being arrested Sunday, according to law enforcement officials. Suspect fled from Trump International Golf Course near West Palm Beach until he was stopped on Interstate 95, mile marker 112 in Martin County. A witness had taken a photo of the suspect's car and license plate and reported it to authorities, according to Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Here's how the suspect was caught. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office issued a be on the lookout notice at 1:55 p.m. Sunday, which included a vehicle description and license plate. A real-time crime center, which monitors government cameras on roads across Palm Beach County and hits by license plate readers, helped identify the vehicle was headed north on I-95. All 95 exits from Palm Beach County to St. Lucie County were covered by law enforcement officers. Martin County sheriffs did not use license plate readers to find the car. Deputies spotted it based on the description and license tag at about mile marker 110 near the exit for State Road 714 Martin Highway. Followed the vehicle until my big pickup truck got on location. We followed the vehicle. Oh, okay, this is a quote. I was like, wow, this is a weird bullet. We followed the vehicle until my big pickup truck got on location, and those big front end bumpers, they maneuvered that vehicle to a stop, so there was no chase. Martin County Sheriff William Snyder said that happened about mile marker 112, about 2 miles south of Becker Road in the Port St. Lucie County, 2:22 p.m. according to the timestamp on the body cam footage. Deputies detained the suspect until the FBI and Palm County Sheriff's Office arrived to arrest him. Martin County Sheriff's Office released a photo and a body cam video of them capturing the suspect, which the video will play here. Yeah, we're playing it without audio, of course. Yeah, full kitted out. We got multiple dudes with armor. We got rifles. Interestingly enough, we got a lefty here. Not an ideal situation to be in this situation. A righty would have been better involved, which is ironic because a lot of the time you're like, man, I wish I had a lefty shooter on this. All the evidence of connections to the big boy is going to be hard to explain away. Oh, yeah. In fact, he's been pictured with multiple high-level donors and such for a certain act of blue. Oh, yeah, that dog just saying, man, I want to get me some commie right now. The dog is thinking, that's the irony right here in this video, is the dog thinking the commies look good instead of the commies thinking the dog looks good. Just saying. Oh, what a crazy time we live in, my friends. No, I'm not alleging anybody's eating dogs. Just to be clear, I don't want to be tied up in a hate campaign. Okay, we got 2 left. The Quinky Dinkable them playing in BlackRock commercials. I'm going to invest in breeding unicorns. You should, Sean. This might be the point where I've realized that I should invest my entire IRA into BlackRock. Like, like I almost feel like holding out my my retirement funds from them might be putting myself in jeopardy. So it might be time to just bite the bullet and go with it, and yeah, and just go full throttle. Say, hey, you know what, BlackRock, you can have my money. This one is one I didn't expect to see. Yeah, Brett Favre backs Patrick Mahomes on presidential endorsement stands amid Trump versus T Swizzy controversy. That's right, because it's controversy now. Patrick Mahomes has kept his footing so far this season despite being under constant pressure. Performance that has impressed another multiple time NFL MVP. Dramatic 26-25 win over Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. Mahomes led the Chiefs on yet another game-winning drive with tight end Travis Kelce. That's right, so tight. But for the second game in a row, their partners set separately. Mahomes' wife Brittany posted several photos on her Instagram story showing herself with both of her children. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift girlfriend Kelsey was shown on CBS broadcast multiple times in her own booth celebrating the Chiefs. It was the Chiefs' first game since former President Donald Trump sent a post on Truth Social reading, "I hate Taylor Swift." Yeah, because, you know, that's what's news articles now. Following the pop star's endorsement of VP Harris for president, Brittany has been linked to several displays for support for Donald Trump on social media and has earned the former president's praise during an interview on Fox and Friends last week. In that interview, Trump said that he liked Brittany Mahomes much more than Swift. After the endorsement, her interaction with Trump has caused her to endure several backlash on social media in recent weeks, which much of it coming from Swift fans. The quarterback praised his wife's influence in the community. When asked about Trump's comments about her in a press conference last week, Mahomes also claimed he wouldn't make any political endorsement himself. Solid. That's what these people should be doing. So shout out Patrick Mahomes. I don't really give 2 shits about this guy because I don't care about sports. But shout out to him to just staying out of it. Because the mind-boggling part about this whole thing to me is that people give a shit about what these celebrities and athletes have to say and what their political leanings are. Because why should that affect you? They're artists you like. And I get if we're producing politically driven music. You know, like if you listen to Bob Dylan and it was like anti-government, you're like, I'm gonna vote for the government party that is the most libertarian and wants the least amount of government possible. Okay. Like listening to Taylor Swift and relating her music to being like, oh, she supports Harrison Walls, that means I have to, is mine. Like, I don't get it. Would that be considered hedging your bets or literally planting, owning, and trimming your own hedge? That's a very good question. Investing on BlackRock. I don't know. That's why I'm part of me is like, hey, I got a bunch of IRA funding that I just haven't invested because the first time I had a good chunk or realized I had a good chunk in my IRA because it's like it's one of those things I don't think about. It's like, you know, just 2% of every week goes into it and I don't see it, so I don't think about it kind of thing. The first time I realized I had like a good chunk in there was like 2020, like just before COVID, and I had like followed the news because I had followed good influencers like Six X and Hammer just to shout him out, which I have a side story about here in a second. But I, I had seen that coming, and I sat down with like an IRA thing, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to invest?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna keep it in like the safe one with just the really crappy bank interest." The guy was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because the economy is about to collapse." And he's like, "Well, you should buy at a dip if you think it's going to." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna hold on." And I still haven't invested because I just keep blowing off the meetings. And here we are, 5 or 6 years later. And I still haven't invested, although it's in a savings thing, so it's not like I'm losing that much, I guess, assuming interest is decent. Sean said definitely want to swallow my own morals if they're a poor man's quality. uh, but yeah, it's one of those where it's like, I don't know. Part of me is like, should I invest? Because like they're just gonna end up running it all, right? But on the flip side, I'm like, I don't know, because I hate them and I don't want to support them. But it also seems like the personally best, like the right thing to do financially. It's a very tough decision. Anyways, Barb says, good take by Mahomes. I see a lot of celebs trying to influence their audience and letting people think for themselves. It's the best choice. They ain't clear and they easily swayed by their favorite pop artists. It's not going to be a good thing. But yeah, I gotta be fair. Like that's what I've always said. If you're swayed by some celebrity or sports player because that's how they think, you're an idiot. You shouldn't be voting. You should like ever. That's the thing that pisses me off a lot is that people are like, "Oh, everybody should vote. Everybody, it's a right. Everybody should have the right to vote." It's like, but on the flip side, it should be difficult. Like it shouldn't be like you should have to show up and like voting shouldn't be as easy as like signing on your smartphone and hitting a button. Like you shouldn't just be able to like vote in your Facebook app or your Twitter app. Like you should physically have to like go to your town office and like fill out a ballot. I don't think that's like a minimum thing to ask, and for them to ask for like an ID. Because everyone I know has an ID. Like even the people I know that don't legally belong here. And like I've known some, and this is not going to come across well with some of the audience. Like I've known some people who don't belong here legally for many years, and they're great people. They all have ID. Like it's not it's not like it's impossible to get. It's possible to get voter ID. It's possible to get ID for people who don't legally belong here. So why is there an excuse not to have to show your ID when you show up to the ballot box to cast your ballot? Because as far as I'm concerned, if you don't have to, like my vote doesn't really matter because you could just bring in 10 other people that don't fucking belong here. Said, "Will you watch the Cujo beatdown live?" It's a producer who sold Rin a stone. Oh. Will you watch Cujo beatdown live? It's about a producer who sold Ren a stolen beat. Oh, that's solid. That's rough, dude. That's part of the reason I say you should be producing your own shit. It's like as much as I wish I was as talented lyrically and vocally as Ren is. On the flip side, I don't have to worry about it because I just produce my own shit. And by I mean Hickory Entertainment and its subsidiaries. I MC Molasses. I produce the beats for him, and yeah, let me pull that down. Let's get cooking here. Got a Cujo beat now. Wow, that guy's doing awesome. 1.6 million views on that shit. That's 13 days old. That's fucking wild. Okay. I believe it's probably one of the number one that's ever made, if not top 10. Yeah, we'll get into it here in a second. I got it pulled up. I gotta pull it up different so I can share the audio. Did I do that right? That's that one. There, that should share audio. Okay, let me take a second. I'll be right back.
There once was a magician named Hickory who wasn't too funny with a belly of tea. Nerves went up, the beers went down. Oh, boys too drunk for the show. The drunk and underwhelmings come to trick you with cards and steal your rum. One day when your show is done, you'll have to pay him to leave and go. Not 10 minutes for his next pour. The keg went dry, he went to the store. Didn't have the ale he had gotten before, so from craft to crap we go.
Okay, let's do this. I don't typically do reactions live. I might clip this one and do it. And I wish I had my my screens for that. I guess I could probably switch over. Hold on. Do that. Scene collection. No. Yeah, no, it's sharing the wrong one. Bummer. Okay, I'll switch back. Sorry. I tried there. Oh, I tried. Okay. It was worth giving it a go. Johnson, I'll definitely record this and try and post it. Yeah, I will. It just won't have like the normal things that the Hickory reactions do, unfortunately. Okay, I tried. Here we go. Oh, no, okay, anyways, let's try this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory the Dank and Underwhelming, and we are going to get into another reaction. This one's live on TDAU Live. Check it out Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Here we go. This is Ran Cujo Beatdown. Apparently, Sean has told us that this is Ran reacting to a producer selling him a track that's it's about a producer who sold Ran a stolen beat. Shocking that that type of thing would happen. Let's go. Cujo Beat Down. Got it. Yeah, I like this so far. We got that like emotional.
Trying to be the person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out there test me right. I'm trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck?
There's trouble in my heart. Yeah, his the accent just kills me. I love it.
It's my will, there's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't highway number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope that can't talk from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, that was a bad on my cursor. I'm not gonna lie.
Words I write, but the forces out there test me right. I'm trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't highway number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope that can't talk from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just wait a sec. Cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know the art is a part of your heart, so you're upset. But this hate breeds hate. Please wait, geez, when
Oh man, He's got some solid bars in here. I'm very excited to see
Hey,
what he
please
does.
wait, geez, when I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Hey, say you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen.
Ooh. I'm feeling like he's about to pop off. That's for sure. That's at least the vibe I've gotten so far.
Fuck it.
Hi, Cujo, please don't try to struggle. Hear me out. See, I'm on your side, really. Well, I was till I found you could.
Oh man, solid. Dragging the dude back out in a chair, duct taped up. Yeah. We got some fun going on now.
I was till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a little far. There's a moral little Jimmy of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and they take us still the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by. Poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too.
Yeah, no, I like where this is going. This is a really fun Savage music video where he's just like laying it out, dude. Like the emotions and the videography just
Shut up, slut, you said enough. I thought you said you like it rough. I thought you said she liked it rough. You're a bitch, man, what the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme, I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, you know, I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad, I love to spank the greedy. Feel me? I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares, see me. I'm the sick boy that you enslave, free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief, one beef.
oh, dude, the editing is so good right there. Like that's just
When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief, one beef, one steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy work, you feeling me? Cunt.
oh man. Little thief wanted beef and steal from me.
Thief one steal from me. That's how little thief.
That's how little thief lose teeth. You me to me, I'm the subject matter. You're the scenery.
If lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy work, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen. I went easy on the daughter, he's a friend, it's Zen. But if I ever hear your mouth speak the name of Ren out in public, then it's public, you don't want that again. And no warning for your bitch, of a girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Cujo, boo-hoo. If I ever read another fucking comment from you, then this is only part one, it's even worse than part two.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that was perfect. Dude, that video was so solid. Holy shit, the views expressed in this video are for greater purposes. Any issues I have will be dealt with on a personal basis. I do not condone abuse or bullying. I mean, I'm sad that you like had to put a warning there at the end of the video, but like absolutely just on point. Thank you, Sean. GW must see this for the video. Yeah, I'll have to I'll definitely shout it out to him. Let him know, because holy crap, that was solid. And I take it even further and threaten people blocking if they continue to bug Cujo. I mean, I'm not gonna go bug Cujo because I don't care. Like I care. Like it's shitty that he sold a stolen beat. Like that's shitty. On the flip side, like I have nothing to do with this. I don't really care. Anyways, the last subjects of the night, because that's what the title's based on of the show. God, I love one like this. Let's get a grip of this headline. Sorry, artist Kentucky State Fair removes award-winning miniature of pornographic set. Bearded miniaturist. First, my build goes viral, then it goes missing. Just a warning, if you're planning on going to the Kentucky State Fair to enjoy my exhibit, please wait. I've had several messages informing me that it isn't there. I'm not sure if it was stolen or moved or removed or what. No one has reached out to me to let me know anything. It's just gone. Stay tuned for more. It's great. An unfortunate story of censorship down in Kentucky. But who would have guessed, you know, it's a state that, oh, don't mind me, just dropping shit over here. A state that apparently banned Pornhub, which I was not aware of until recently, until this little event popped up that apparently the state of Kentucky has banned Pornhub. And apparently this one went viral for award-winning at the state fair. An award-winning miniature build was removed from the gallery at 24 Kentucky State Fair after it was deemed inappropriate, according to the maker. The piece, a miniature depiction of the casting couch popular pornography set, won a third place award at the fair, according to Instagram posts from the build's maker, Preston Poling, who goes by a bearded miniaturist. However, 12 hours later, the set was removed from the state fair's gallery after officials deemed it inappropriate, which is, I mean, can I pull it up? Solo. And that way you can get a, hold on. Pretty solid, my friends. A pretty solid miniature, if I was going to say so myself. It said the piece of miniature depiction of the casting couch popular pornography set won a third place award at the fair, according to Instagram posts from the build's maker, Preston Poling, who was by bearded miniaturist. However, 12 hours later, the set was removed from the state fair's gallery after officials deemed it inappropriate. It was such a fun piece to make, and I wanted to enter it so people could get excited about it. Some people would know what it was, and they would either have fun. I've had such a positive response off this particular piece. Poling said on Instagram, really, yeah, a great subgenre, my friends. Poling completed the piece in June. The set was a simple room that figured a couch, a desk with a computer monitor, and a recording camera on it. I mean, it's perfect. Like he did really, really good. To be clear, it looks like he nailed it. That's yeah, just absolutely picturesque. Like oh, so it was like a part of another. I mean, they displayed it with other ones, I suppose. Yeah, I guess it was displayed with other ones. That just whew. Sean said we should talk about doing a dual reaction through StreamYard, just food through thought. Yeah, I agree. Sean said thank you so much for doing that. I agree. Yeah, dude, that video was absolutely solid, and I definitely will probably try to clip that. Maybe do an intro for it. Or maybe have to do a separate reaction. I don't know. We'll figure it out tomorrow. And in the post, I did it my way category of the miniature contest. He said in an Instagram post it was one of the 4 pieces Poling submitted at the fair. Louisville Public Media reported the fair allowed Poling to keep the award. Spokesperson for the fair told LPM that entries submitted to the fair are reviewed throughout the entirety of the fair. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, all comments. Yeah, we just got more stories of stuff we don't care about. We gotta watch on Instagram. Yeah, unfortunately, that was just the original post. The bearded miniaturist loves doing a little miniature. This is cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this one was a while ago. Yeah. With the audio, that's hysterical. Honky Talk on special guest interview, Preston Poling. Man. Special guest interview. Shit, I should probably DM this guy like right now and see if he wants to be on the show. That would be let me pull that down off screen. I have a show live right now. 8 p.m. EST Wednesdays. It's not popular. Love your miniature. Boom. Set. That's right. I will. Yeah, I'm going to share that. I have a show live right now, 8 p.m. EST on Wednesday. It's not popular, but I'd love to have an interview. Love your miniature. Yeah, just message the guy. Like, who cares, right? Like, there's no downside. Everyone who reacts to Ren seems to do reactions to Ren in his immense catalog and doing very well subscriber and view wise. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. He's been crushing it. That's part of the hard time I have getting into it. I've also not done reactions in like a few months. Partly because I kind of wanted to lose some weight before I got back into it, which I have. Like I'm wearing another shirt size or two down, even though it doesn't necessarily look like it in the share. Rally at the Washington Mall on September 29th, star-studded speaker. Not Hickory. That's right. If you do want me to be a speaker, I'm available. I mean, not like good, but here's the cast and couch up close model photos. Yeah. For sale. Now the casting couch is for sale. Ultimate Kentucky State Fair 2024 souvenir. You followed the drama from the entry of going viral to winning. Brad from 5 days of August will be playing Jordan Peterson, RFK Jr. Bet. Oh no shit. That's awesome. Yeah, shout out for that. That's awesome. Rally at the Washington Mall. RFK, Jordan Peterson, Brett Weinstein, Brad. 5 times August. Yeah, that's cool. And the last side note is that yeah, I met a YouTuber the other day. It was kind of weird at first. Like I didn't know how to react or respond. It was weird because I don't normally get I don't have any type of like general star-studdedness where like I meet normally when I meet people who are famous, like it doesn't matter because in my head I'm famous now, even though I'm not. Like I totally don't matter, but I've excelled in a few different genres locally, and enough people know that I am that I don't like think about it. Like when people just randomly know my name, like when I'm out, if I'm out at a restaurant or a bar or a gas station, like I don't think about it because I'm just like, yeah, whatever. You know, the Hickory brand, it's cool. You know, MC Molasses, like not a big deal. But I met Styx and Hexenhammer. For those who don't know, his name is Tarl. Styx Hexenhammer 666 on YouTube, Rumble, all the things. Met him Monday, and he was a cool dude. It was cool. I saw him at the local grocery store. He lives uh, a handful of towns away from me, like 4 or 5 towns away. But enough towns to like that's where we go to do errand running, groceries and shit. So we're over there and we didn't even recognize him. He was around a corner and my wife just looked at me and she's like, "Hey, I heard a voice that sounds like one of those videos that you always listen to." And I was just like, "You got to be more clear." And she was like, "You idiot. I mean, like, it's probably the guy that lives in Rutland, right?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, of course. Like, I only follow like one guy who's an influencer who lives in Rutland." And I hate to say influencer because he's not, he's a political commentator. Like, one guy that lives in Rutland. I was like, no way, it's fucking Sticks. Like, he doesn't come over here to the side of town. I follow enough his content. I know that he stays over there and whatever. And we walked around the corner and I saw him and I recognized his shirt from the stream that he had before. And the wife was like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, I'm gonna go say hi. So I literally just walked up to him and put my fist out. I was like, dude, keep up the good work. And he looked at me kind of confused because he was doing whatever he's gonna do and looked up and he was like, thank you. Are you guys clankers? And I was like, absolutely, of course we are. Like we wouldn't come over here if we weren't. My name's Kyle, and he's like, oh, nice to meet you. I'm Sticks, and this is and who is this? And I'm like, oh, it's my wife Nicole. She introduced herself, shakes his hand. I was like, dude, just keep up the great work. And I didn't have enough time. Like I wanted to. It was one of those times where I was like, I wanted to do the spiel about like I am HickoryTDAU. I have a small channel. I do a live show, all this shit. And I was just very much like, this is just a normal guy, and I don't want to bug him. And I just want to say hey, and like I'm glad that I met you. And so I followed up with a DM and was like, hey, thanks for meeting me and the wife. And he was like, dude, he actually responded because I've messaged him a few times. And was like, hey, he was like, thanks. It's always cool meeting people. And I was like, hey, by the way, not that you need to do this because I'm nobody, but if you ever want to chat with a fellow Vermonter about, I don't know, Vermont shit, I have a show and I'd love to have you on. And he expressed interest like he might actually be on in the future. I'm not saying he will, it's not confirmed, there's no set date, but I have actually had chats, private DMs with Styx Axe and Hammer, and it seems like it could be a thing. So that could be a thing. I'm not announcing that. It's just like I'm really hoping it is because I would love to chat with that guy, and feel like we could definitely have some interesting conversations. And secondly, other than that, the guys from behind Killington the movie, i.e., Vita and Colin, have agreed to be on the show at some point. So before Halloween, we're going to have a chat with the producer and assistant director and one of the leads of Killington the movie, which will be awesome. Be really, really great to have that going. And yeah, I should reach out to Brad again, even though the show's less popular than when he was on. because, I'm a drunk idiot, or at least I was. Now I'm just a dank idiot. Anyways, that's all I got. Thank you guys for joining me. That's really it on this one. And hopefully I don't get copyright struck by watching the Ren video, which is totally possible. If so, I'll be cutting that up, and we're doing another reaction shortly in the future. Thank you for being here, Sean. Thank you for the recommendations. I appreciate you, brother. I hope you have a great evening. And it's good to see you as always. I hope you have a good time at the rally. What time? When was that? Coming up soon. To the 25th. 29th. Solid. Yeah, I'll be live this is it next Friday? Yeah, I was supposed to have a show this Saturday. I was supposed to, the 21st. I was supposed to go fill in for bass for a friend's band, and I was really excited about it. And that got canceled. But next Friday, not this Friday, not the 20th, but 27th, I'll be live at Marquee Theater. We'll be roasting 50 Shades of Grey. That's right, with Art Monahan and Pierre Vachon. As a show I always loved. This might be the first movie roast in a while that my wife's attended. Which is something, because she hasn't been at like 4 or 5 of those now. Yeah, shit's great. She's like, yeah, I'll go watch that and watch you guys make fun of it. Last few, she's been like, yeah, I'm not interested. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Go wherever you want. Go do you girl stuff. How about that? She might actually be at this one. Anyways, that's all I got. Thank you guys for joining me. This has been TDAU Live episode 8B, award-winning model. It's a beautiful art piece, and yes, it absolutely was. What a banger. A banger of an art model. We got the little ass stains and the coochie stains on the couch. Solid. Kentucky State Fair 2024 casting couch. Solid. Yep. Little stains on there in the middle seat. Yep. They killed it. Anyways. Oh, Sean's got one last one. Sean said later. Later, Sean. Have a great night, brother. Good to see you, and I hope you, I wish you and your fam all the best. So keep your powder dry and your women close. That's right. Yeah. Keep your dab rig warm. Your balls cool. I don't know. I don't have a thing. Keep your powder dry, that's for sure. Throw some dry sacks in with your ammo. That's about all I got on this one. Till next time, thank you guys for joining me. I am, of course, the Dank and Unroaming. Until next time, Dank Magician out. Cheers.
Above all else, I just want to say thank you. Have a beautiful night. Drunk Magician out. Cheers. Now let's get the credits. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the help. Cause this is a show I do by myself. I produce the shit myself. And I've been through a lot with friends and a lot of shit I